What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about the greatest college football coach of all time, now retired, the great one, Nick Saban. He's saying that what we have now is not college football. He's talking in terms of the transfer portal and NIL. And he's saying that he wants to advocate for the players. All right, because guess what? College football is turning into a business now. Coach Savin also said there's no such thing as the student athlete anymore. Now I believe these college players are looking at it as like they are employees for these universities. But I'm going to get into what Nick Saban said, his exact words. So here we go. Basically, he's saying if his voice can bring meaningful change, he want to help in any way because he said he loved the players and he loved college football. And he said it. What we have now is not college football. Not college football as we know it. You hear somebody use the word student athlete, that doesn't exist. They are employees now. These players are out to make the most money, and whatever university or college football program can put the most money in their pocket, that's where they are going. Coach Saban also said, I'm not really looking for a job, but I do know I like to impact college football the best way I can, whether it's being a spokesman or anything else. And when he talking about spokesman, I believe it has to do with the NIL and the transfer portal. I mean, the NIL and the transfer portal can be an easy fix. It's an easy fix. I don't know why the NCAA don't want to be involved. Really, they want to be involved when it comes to punishing a program for violating the so-called NIL or transfer rules, but they don't want to put limitations on it. So I don't know what the NCAA got going now concerning NIL and transfer portal, but I tell you what, it ain't much. But anyway, Coach Savin, we all know he's going to be on College Game Day. That's his new thing now going forward. But I would like to see Coach Savin, being a spokesperson for college football and for these athletes when it comes to NIL and the transfer portal. Coach Savin also talked about he want to be an advocate for the athletes. He says he's concerned for many players' post-football careers if the main focus is on making money instead of developing skills for later life. Like I'm saying, these players is all about the money now. Just like Coach Savin last season, I believe it was not last season, but in the off season, after the 2022 season, had a player to come in his office saying he want this much money and he want basically the school to pay for, or whoever, collectors or whatever, to pay for his girlfriend's tuition, medical school tuition. He's gone. Well, guess what? Coach Saban wasn't having it, and the guy transferred. Matter of fact, he transferred to the Miami Hurricanes. Don't know if he got the money that he wanted from the Hurricanes or he got the Miami Hurricanes to pay for his girlfriend's medical school. Don't know, but I know Nick Saban wasn't paying for that shit. And then just this off season, I know they gonna talk shit in the comments, but if you look at Carson Beck saying he want $4 million to stay at Georgia. Well, he's at Georgia. Did he get it? I don't know, but I do know he allegedly bought a $300,000 Lamborghini. So hey, it is what it is. You got to, I guess these players say, hey, I'm getting it while I can. Are they living in the now? When you make it to the NFL, you'll make way more money. And the best way to get to the NFL is basically to play for the best programs. I'll say that's the quickest way. If you're successful in the best program, that's the quickest way to get to the NFL and get to the money. Of course, Carson Beck is playing for one of the best programs in the country. So, hey, it is what it is. But don't know if he got his $4 million or anywhere close to it. But it was reported that he bought a $300,000 Lamborghini, had pictures and everything. So, oh well, more power to Carson Beck. If they going to pay you, hey, take the money. That's all I can say. But also, in saying that, same thing as Nick Saban saying, you got to look out for your future after college football. So, your future after basically football, after the NFL. Because guess what? NFL and your college career don't last forever. You probably be done with that by age, most football players by age 35. Some a lot younger than that. So, hey, it is what it is. You can't, and plus, while you're in the NFL, you got to manage your money right. Because if you ain't got the skills after college football, you might be, not college football, after your playing days are over, then you might be in a world of hurt. But anyway, it is what it is, man. He says, Coach Savin says, I want to see players that have a great quality. I want to see players have a great quality of life and be able to create value for themselves. But we've gone to nobody talking about education, and that's true. Nobody talking about creating value for their future and talking only about how much money can I make while I'm in college. And that is true. You don't hear about no daggone or grades no more. Well, on game day they do post scholar athletes during the games. So yeah, you still got these scholar athletes and all of that, but you rarely hear about it anymore. It is crazy, man. But that you don't hear about the education part of it no more. It's all about the money once NIL came along. Even though I was watching Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, and they had Johnny Manziel on there. Johnny Manziel say, hey, before NIL, you had the bad guy, the guy with the money in the bag, and he said every program had the bad guy, including Alabama, including Georgia's, Tennessee's, and Texas A&M's. And Shannon Sharp said, hey, you was good at this, and you was getting the money and all of this, but I ain't heard nothing about education. But Johnny Manziel did say, hey, in high school, he was an A and B student. If he got a C, he was grounded until he got that C to a B or an A. So that's good. And he said in college, classes wasn't any problem. He said he named some female that kept him on the straight and narrow with his classes, even though he was out partying a lot and all of that. But he was straight with his classes. He said classes wasn't a problem, and that might be the case for a lot of students, but for some, it's not the case. A lot of guys struggle or whatever, but as long as they getting that money, sometimes when you so good, they seem to doctor up the grades. Coaches make some phone calls, doctor up those grades so they can keep playing. So, but now money is involved. Trust me, they ain't thinking about no damn education. They thinking about getting paid. And hey, I would be too if I was that age. I'm daggone 18, 19, 20, 20. You damn right I'm thinking about the money. Because the kids that age, they ain't really thinking about the future. Now, a lot of them is not. They ain't thinking 5, 6 years ahead, 7 years ahead, or even when they 33, 34, time to retire. They ain't thinking about that. They living in the now. At least that's how I was at that age and beyond. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, he goes on to say, just like the NFL player has a contract or a coach has a contract, something in place. The 7-time national champion said he would prefer player compensation models handled by the university over NIL collectives. But he'd also like to see more commitment from the players. That is good. That's good, man. Player compensation models be handled by the university over NIL collectives. That's good. That is good. The university need to handle it. And this is my 2 cents. coming into college, I think I said this before, coming into college as a freshman, you shouldn't get nothing from NIL. That's just my perspective. Show that you are really committed to that one program. You shouldn't get nothing from NIL coming out of high school, incoming freshmen. And that's for all freshmen. Nothing. All this transferring and shit, that'll cut out some of it, or decommit. That'll cut out some of it, and that'll cut out some of these schools from going and offering these players money before they even get on campus. Just like when Tennessee offered Nico, wasn't nowhere near college, but they got offered supposedly $8 million. They will cut out that. So as a true freshman or as a freshman, you ain't getting nothing. As a matter of fact, you should get a $2,500 stipend. That's it for the whole year. $2,500. Because shit, they used to didn't get that much. They'll get a stipend every semester. That's it. Probably about, $500 maybe? So you get $2,500 for the whole semester. That's that's like $1,250, whatever. Yeah, $1,250 for that year. That's what you should get as a freshman. That is it, no matter how good you are. As a sophomore, that's when you can start making NIL money. All right? But as a sophomore, every sophomore across the country get the same thing according to your player status. First string players get the same thing as a sophomore. Second string players as a sophomore get the same thing. Third string players as a sophomore get the same exact thing. And the same for daggone your junior season, it goes up more. First, second, and third. According to what team you on, first team will get a little more than the second team, and the second team get a little more than the third team. Same thing, senior year just goes up a little bit more. That's an easy daggone fix. And that'll fix a lot of these transfers because everybody is getting the same daggone thing according to your class. Junior, sophomore, junior, or senior. Every sophomore getting the same thing according to what team, first, second, or third team, all the way to your senior year until you go. Easy fix. And like I said, that'll cut out a lot of these transfers. That'll cut out a lot of these teams getting in contact with these players. We'll give you this much if you come here. No, that'll cut it out. It's too easy. I don't know what's wrong with the NCAA. They don't want to get involved. But anyway, again, that'll show just how much these players will be committed to these programs. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm all for players getting paid. But they got a mess right now. That's all I know. But anyway, it is what it is, man. But I think Nick Saban should be a spokesperson for college football, the athletes, and talk about a spokesperson for NIL and the transfer portal to try to put some rules in place that'll help keep some of these players in place instead of this being the wild, wild west like it is right now. Hey, I'm making $2.5 million here. Another coach say, hey, I'm going to give you 3.5 and you gone. Freshman coming in, staying 1 year, leaving. Then just take it this year. They coming in early, practice 2 or 3 times, leave. What? That's crazy. You might as well just decommit and just go on somewhere else. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's where it's at now. And I think Coach Savin is right. The student athlete don't exist no more, or not right now. It's student employees. That's what they are. Student employees. So hey, maybe you might need to take the word student out of it because they ain't concerned about the education part. Seems like to me. And Coach Nick Saban. All right, so hey, it is what it is. We got, far as college football, we got a business right now. That's all it is. When they brought the money in and without any rules and the transfer portal without any restrictions, it's just a business. And I'm on Coach Saban's side with this. And like most every damn thing I'm on Coach Saban's side, but he is absolutely right. They need a spokesperson, these players. They need a person that holds them accountable when they commit to a school, or when they sign to a school. They need a person to hold them accountable. They need a person to continuously talk about setting rules for NIL and the transfer portal, putting restriction on the transfer portal and NIL. They need that spokesperson. And all it takes is one person. And guess what? Nick Saban got that voice. And you can believe that. He might not be coaching no more, but Nick Saban can have a big influence on college football. And we all know that. So, hey, but give me your comments. Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Nick Saban talking about being a spokesperson for college football and the NIL. He's stepping up. We won't nobody else step up. That's all I know. But leave your comments in the comment section. And I'll talk to y'all later. Roll, damn.